And today we are with Marta Correia, and we're going to talk about AM dispersal and co-dispersal. She just published a paper entitled First Evidence for the Dispersal of mycorrhizal fungi and Plant Diastores by Birds. So, hi, Marta.
Hi everybody.
Can you tell us what is this paper about?
So in our paper, we studied the possibility of birds that are very good dispersers of seeds and most important disperser of seeds, and at the same time, the possibility of they disperse the mycorrhizal fungi. Then there is some ideas in the literature, but there is no evidence for that. So we did a study. We want to check both internally and externally, but in the end, we didn't found the results directly externally. But the idea was to study the possibility of co-dispersal of seeds and mycorrhizal fungi by birds.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think this is important?
Because there is a lot of information about the global distribution of mycorrhiza, and there is like a lot of studies showing that there is a low endemism of mycorrhiza. Mm-hmm. But there is a lackage of knowledge about how the mycorrhizal gets everywhere, or mm-hmm. how this global distribution occurs, and even there is a lack of knowledge about the dispersal of mycorrhizal fungi, the arbuscular most of mycorrhizal fungi. And it could be by like in short distance. There is more information, like mm-hmm. small invertebrates and mammals can do it, and even the wind in arid regions. Mm-hmm. But in a global scale or long distance dispersal, there is no much information about it.
Mm-hmm. And in your case, you found that the dispersal was together with the seeds, and this is also very, very exciting, right? Because the previous studies only few shows the co-dispersal with the plants.
No, there was some studies that saw it with the ectomycorrhizal the ectomycorrhizal spores, they can attach to the seed surface and they can disperse together. And there is some evidence of found the mycorrhizal in some goose drops, but was in the floor, so there is no seeds. Mm-hmm. There are some studies that found mycorrhizal in the animals' drops and dungs and stuff. But in this case, we snowed the seed, the dropping of the birds in the sterile condition, and after the seed germinate and grow, we checked the roots, and we found that there was some root colonization in some of the drops from 2 species of birds, mm-hmm. but just for one species of plant, Mediterranean plant. We did this study in a Mediterranean forest and with forest birds, small birds. Maybe it will be cool to do it with shore birds and mm-hmm. Other kind of birds. Mm-hmm. And in other places, like shorebirds could be because we know that they are important vectors for plants disperse and they do long distance migration. So,
mm-hmm. So migratory birds would be ideal also, or I don't know.
But it's very difficult to have
to trap them. And I was also thinking that. So, do you think, apart from this study, I think opens a lot of, or a new door, trying to explain this global distribution? Yep. Do you have any idea, or can you imagine how this global distribution can be done? Do you think birds only can disperse the mycorrhizal fungi, or can be a combination of factors? Do you have any speculation about?
Yeah, I think should be a combination, because even this is a rare, could be a rare event. Even in there are a lot of birds in a massive scale, could be important. Even if for us was very rare event in our study. I don't know, maybe combined with other like strong winds, or I don't know, winds could be a very, but it's also difficult to. There are now some studies with the wind in the rooftops, but it's also difficult to study the viability of mycorrhizal spores, or maybe it could be not the spores, or even other like mycelium fragments. Or we don't know that it was a spore or other kind of fragment that explain the colonization. It's a very interesting topic, but not so easy to study.
Are you planning to continue with this work?
I don't know. Yeah, now I'm kind of messy times. I need to look for other grants, but I think it would be very interesting if I could like write up a plan or something, even in islands using could be interesting.
Okay, thanks a lot for and good luck for the next step.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time.